Oftentimes, children are not planned. We have them and then we do the best we can by them. Other times, children are planned, are dreamed of our whole lives, and we spend that time in preparation for children. If you already have children, this video is not for you. You already know what you would have done differently and how you would have spent your life before children, planning for that eventuality. This video is also not meant to shame anyone for not having all their ducks in a row. My mother had me single, entered school when I was 4 weeks old, and worked to support us, and she did a great job. This is a video for folks like me who knew their whole lives that they wanted to have a baby, but maybe didn't know what would be most important to prepare for before that happened. I also want to emphasize that I do not have all these things, nor are they necessary to being a good parent. This is a wish list, not a list of requirements. Welcome to Secular Homemaker, a channel focused on parenting, caregiving, and homemaking, with an emphasis on evidence-based, proven techniques, expert insights, and research. The most important part in readying yourself to have children is to pick a partner who is just as devoted and ready. They must be trustworthy and, above all, treat you well. I am a stepmother to 3 children, and I knew that my husband's strength in parenthood, such as experience, playfulness, and ability to provide, would be a good match for my focus on safety, learning, and willingness to stay home and give constant care. My husband and I also had many long conversations about childbearing, our roles in it, and our goals for our lives before we began dating. We had a long friendship during which I grew to love him deeply as a friend, and saw on many occasions that he was trustworthy and treated others with kindness and patience, even when he was frustrated or tired. This has been invaluable. When the wife of the man who sold us our house told me about a woman up the street who takes pride in being a homewrecker, I didn't bat an eye. When pregnancy hormones and postpartum made me intolerable, neither did my husband. When children enter a family, intimacy often suffers. Sex is no longer available when either of you want it to be, and you have less time together. A trustworthy partner who is also your best friend will give you security and peace. An untrustworthy partner, or where the relationship was built on fun or sexual compatibility, may stray when you no longer have time to wash your hair or dress your best. There is nothing more devastating than being cheated on while you are still healing from giving birth, or a new parent whose partner tries to rediscover herself outside the relationship. Prioritize friendship from the beginning, and this is no hurdle. Afterwards, prioritize your partner whenever possible, and your relationship should be just fine. Unfortunately, in American society, the next most important thing to prepare is money. You will need, if at all possible, stable, safe housing to raise a child in. If your home is taken away or dangerous, your children may even be removed, and they will certainly not receive the kind of life you intensely want for them. Many families know this awful struggle, and many grew up in homes like this and want better for their kids. Diapers and wipes are expensive, and the free ones places give out are horrible, and may even cause your child to have bad skin reactions. These are real, awful struggles people deal with. Food is expensive, convenient or healthy food is even more so. If you cannot afford to feed yourself, you will eat even less when your child needs to eat. Government programs like WIC and SNAP did not provide enough on their own, even before they became threatened as they are now. If you are going into college and your dreams are of being an artist, a writer, or a civil servant, and also having a child, in today's economy you may consider choosing a major that is more heavy-hitting financially and less fulfilling, if children are the bigger part of that goal. If you already graduated and do not make enough to sustain yourself, a changing career may be in order, or it may factor into the partner that you choose. If you have a stable partnership and sufficient financial resources to consider children as the next step, wait. You can have all the money and relationship stability in the world, but you will need your health to be in good standing if you want to have an easier time. I am disabled and waited into my mid-30s to have children because my physical and mental health needed to be stable enough before I had children. And still, like many parents, I suffered postpartum injuries, both physical and mental. If I hadn't spent those years learning to cope with my disabilities in positive ways, I have no idea where we'd be now. It's important to be physically strong when you have children. It's not a good idea to introduce rigorous exercise once you are pregnant, so if you hope to avoid some of the strain on your body during pregnancy and birth or afterwards, carrying a growing baby plus carrier and diaper bag everywhere, and lifting that child over and over throughout the day, you need to begin a practice of working out beforehand. If you use drugs or alcohol, or smoke or vape, you will want to stop that well before becoming pregnant or having a child. Most SIDS cases that still happen in the US are linked to cigarette use by parents before or after a child is born. If you're the one giving birth, you will also want to be taking prenatals, ideally for months before getting pregnant, because a fetus needs a certain amount of folate to prevent certain disabilities before even the most sensitive pregnancy tests can register it exists. Lastly, you will need to be mentally well to provide a stable and healthy environment for your child. You need to be able to make a decision and stand by it, remain cool in the face of big changes, new anxieties, and toddler tantrums. If you've got the picture-perfect partner and your wealth and health are where you want them, it is now time to consider two last factors: your village and your remaining time. One of the hardest lessons that I have learned becoming a parent is that your village isn't a straightforward head count, and not even represented by the turnout to your baby shower. Some of my friends decided that was their last hurrah in my life before deciding never to see me again because my life had taken such a turn away from theirs. Your village may not reflect how much family you have either. Your village will grow and shrink. It is made up of family members you trust, which you may not know until you see them interacting with your newborn. It is also comprised of friends with extra bandwidth to support you and your family. People move, get and lose jobs, and experience other life changes that affect even their promises to you. When your natural village is not enough, you will need to pay people you trust to fill in. You will discover who you trust by interviewing them on your dime. It is not an easy or inexpensive process, and sometimes even they will be busy. The time you have before a baby arrives in your life, whether weeks or years, must be used wisely. Please pursue your travel dreams, enjoy your downtime, and take even the smallest of baby moons if you can afford it. Eventually, your time will return to you in a trickle over years. If everything in this list is well taken care of, it will return faster. But either way, life will never go back to what it was. You will have a new normal and you will never be the same. So savor your life the way it is before you begin your next big adventure as a parent. Parents, if you've gotten this far, how do you wish you had prepared before having children? Please comment below. If you've watched this far, consider dropping a like. It really helps me to create more practical videos for parents, homemakers, and caregivers, and those with such aspirations. Thank you, and have a good week.